love, respect. My content is not for everyone. No, it's a trait, don't be god darn it. My content about that's okay. No, it's a trait though for me. These fools who watch you with and watch you fight in the air, they their own bully. I think they when it comes to being their own critic. No, the trait though, because if something's no someone not entertaining to you, you need to go pour into yourself or go find something useful to do. That's the trait though, be dumbass. Because my content about that's okay. No need to be a bully over here, dumbass. I gotta go. I'm Naya, Junior Love Respect, and my content is not for everyone. I'm Naya, Junior Love Respect, and this is Peace. Peace and respect your neighbor. Stop the violence, you matter, you're worthy. Don't dim your light when you fall from the hater. Catch your blessings, you matter, you are worthy. Healing, charm, and pain, not an overnight prize. Healing, charm, and pain ain't the game. Hold on 1 second, game changer, G-O-D. Got your back, what a miracle, loving yourself. Being patient with time and day. They ain't gonna understand how you believe in your faith. Wasn't running from growth when it come to your past. That ain't just different, taking accountability for your action. You matter, you're worthy. Don't dim your light when you fall from the hater. We all don't dibble and dabble with sport or play with magic or voodoo or witchcraft. That toxic stuff. No other shade of me, because we all not haters. And when someone not for you, we don't look at folks like competition. We just keep it pushing. We don't gotta join no hate train or gang stalking or that weird stuff. No other shade of me. Always be yourself and no listen to this. Gang stalking is real to your household, and you're not doing it for likes or views or clout chasing or fame. Never give up on yourself. I gotta go. Stop the violence. I bring peace. Gotta go. Stop the violence. I'm Naya, Junior Love Respect, and my content is not for everyone. I am my biggest cheerleader, and I say that respectfully. To the genuine ones with no malicious intentions, I truly hope all is well on your end, and I say that respectfully. Healing trauma and pain is not a race or an overnight process, but you matter and you are worthy. My content is not for everyone, and I say that respectfully. Today is currently December 10th, 2025, and it's currently 10:17 p.m. I'm Naya, Junior Love Respect, and my content is not for everyone. Now, it's a trait of me. Entertainment purposes only, because my content, everybody, that's okay. They wanted you to shortchange yourself when it came to your life expansion at the end of the day. Or because you understood that, hold on 1 second, that testimony is different. God's conscious, hold on 1 second, motivation. When God was open your third eye, they would never understand how you elevate being authentic. It started within. Unconditional love wasn't running from your past when it comes to, hold on 1 second, healing trauma and pain. They would never understand your vocabulary when it comes to, hold on 1 second, expressing yourself. When folks try to dim you like they discovered you, you understood that happy days. Who would have knew that balance allowed you to see that, hold on 1 second, creating a go within, being authentic will bother someone's mental, will mislead them at the end of the day. For them to project spoken you in a toxic way, dibble and dabble with magic, let them paint you out to be the villain of their story. They got folks in different tags, brackets, only the rest of hold on 1 second, they try to humble you when it came to gang stalking. No, that's a trade though for me. Or because you're trying to become your best self vision of yourself. That motivation is different. They would never understand God's flow is different. You didn't have to worship the devil, let him sell your soul. When God spent the block for all the right reasons, at the end of the day, they would never understand how God is sweet loving you. It's the trait of you always be yourself. My content, everybody, that's okay. No, it's the trait of me. Entertainment purposes only. I'm Naya, Junior Love Respect, and my content is not for everyone. Always be yourself when someone doesn't see potential within you. And I say that respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. You ever been within money business? You ever had that one family member that called you, that one that you care about so much and deeply? No, what's the matter, baby? It's the trade over me. What happened? No, the trade over me. When you realize at the end of the day, this is a good person. No. We ain't gonna debate about this one. No, it's the trait on me. Everybody motherfucker favorite in the family. No, it's the trait on me. You know you have that one specific person that family or associate or friend, that's your favorite special person. No, it's the trait on me. When you find out someone cheated on them, hold on 1 second. So you mean to tell me this motherfucker was on the same page with you at all? You ever realize you felt what they felt like you was being cheated on? No, that's the trade off for me. How someone had the mindset of misleading your loved one with pain at the end of the day, all because someone understood the pour into someone, didn't have to, project pain, play mind manipulation games. Someone wanted to shortchange someone with their shoe size. Who would have knew that motivation is different? Because the devil was telling so many lies. Because someone fumbled somebody. Someone wanted to have their cake and eat it too. Took them out. They know how to keep it real, but hold on 1 second. It was misery loves company, and they wanted to disturb your loved one's peace. At the end of the day, that person actually got up every single day. They knew how to love everybody around them, even when folks were sending them evil lie. It'd be the train of thought for me. How folks see that you got peace within. How you balance when it comes to your mental health or conscience. That someone would truly walk into you to disturb your peace, all because you understood growth is different. You knew how to pour into someone even when they didn't know how to invest into you. You knew how to respect somebody even when they come relate to you. Pour into someone at the end of the day. Who would have knew you wasn't looking for revenge besides praying to go within? That energy is different. Imagine having someone that you love and care about, let alone you, and someone dim your light, all because, hold on 1 second, they looked at their competition. They didn't want you to weather a storm. They wanted you to live in fear, but God wasn't liking at the end of the day when God was showing you that you was your own testimony to love yourself properly. Because God closed certain doors for all the right reasons. This idiot trying to spin the block today, but God said, no, not today. When it comes to you becoming your best self vision of yourself, that maturity is different because God was showing you every step of the way how unconditional love started within. Those days when you felt so emotionally unavailable. Depression, anxiety, PTSD started kicking in. You started losing weight, going up and down. Only was to hold on 1 second. Your appetite went from gone to only was to hold on 1 second. Balance is different when you found peace within. Hold on 1 second. A holiday when you didn't have to pretend. Becoming your best self vision of yourself every single day. Who would have knew that the unhealthy love would allow you to choose you another day? My content is not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. No, it's not. Entertainment purposes only. You ever been minding your business? When you have a whole bunch of goddamn siblings or whatever the case may be, everybody's under one roof. No, that's a trade off for me, you dumbass. I'm telling on you, stupid. No, the trade on me. You ever had that one particular guardian, mother, father? You put a name in your book, aunt, uncle. You put a name in your book. When they go grocery shopping or whatever the case may be, and whoever goes grocery shopping, they got dibs on their own snack. Calling it first. I said what I said. Give me my nachos and cheese, please. No, the trade off of me. When you realize you get to the house or whatever the case may be, you told et cetera, that you wanted cereal. I didn't want that. No, the trade off me. I understood you I didn't want to be depressed with you, stupid. It's the trade off me. This fool wants to debate with you at the end of the day that somebody bought something for you. We gonna share it. No, we not. It's the trade off. That's the thing about having siblings today. A motherfucker be like, we gonna share whatever the case may be, and only they took your all what belongs to you. And only if you rather hold on 1 second, this motherfucker say, I don't wanna hear that shit today. From none of you motherfuckers, I said what the fuck I said. I don't wanna hear that shit. Figure it out. No, the trade off me. Figure it out. First of all, see, I ain't going to the store with you no more. No, the trade told me because you know about the devil. You alive. That's the trade told me. You said that's bad. You ever realize when you thought you was on the same page as your guardian, only rest to hold on 1 second, they wanted to ruin your whole day? No, it's the trade told me even more worse. Now nobody got no fucking snack. It's the trade told me. I didn't want no cereal, so I compromised for a snack. It's the trade told me. That's what happens when you thought you was doing the right thing, choosing yourself first. It's the train over me. Too many goddamn siblings around this motherfucker. I'm Naya, Genuine love, respect. My content is not for everyone. Poetry, my swag, and I say it respectfully. My content is not for everyone. It's not. I ain't talking about heavy duty narcotics, and I say that respectfully. But damn. You actually was passing the spliff to the right, not your left. Someone didn't understand it wasn't depressing when you actually understood that, hold on 1 second, you wasn't trying to project yourself. Only was the hold on 1 second, you just actually in your own lane, just chilling. You know, when someone's projection assuming, you know, they swear up and down every time you pick up a split that something is mentally unstable with you, all because you know how to chill and be in your own shoes. You know, chill and relax to actually realize the hold on 1 second. I got my feet up, held high at the end of the day. I'm actually relaxing on myself with the right people around me, only to realize that hold on 1 second. They wanted to kick me down to see me frown. They couldn't wait to play with my mental when it comes to hold on 1 second growth, when it comes to motivation, me allow myself to mature. You know, hold on 1 second, all they was doing was trying to mislead. They had so much of things to say at the end of the day when it came to the in-betweens. You ever was rooting somebody on regardless if you had a drink or not. They was trying to make you feel at the end of the day that your conscience is not right when it comes to hold on 1 second, having common sense. Even days when you couldn't weather a storm, who would have knew that breakthrough hits different when it comes to your testimony. You know, hold on 1 second. Yeah, you probably picked up a split a couple of times or whatever the case may be, but that never stopped your growth when it comes to your dream actually chasing at the end of the day, even when the karmic or the devil or the terror reader or whoever was in the background trying to dim your light, you know, projecting spoke in a toxic way, playing with magic only because you'd have to get physical. God revealed the devil and the enemy on two different levels. They would never understand how you truly woke. You know, you picked up that spliff that day. They quit to say when you smoke or whatever the case may be, how demonic spirits is what attach themselves to you. Now, if you know how to use your gifts properly, they would never understand that. Hold on 1 second. Our motivation mindset is two different conscience. I say that shit respectfully, dummy. You know, because people use their gifts for the right, and then you have the ones who use it for the good. Hold on. You have people who use their gifts for the good, and then you have those who use it for the wrong. Oh, yeah, that part right there. Even when you get lost in your words, you know they want you to be choked up at the end of the day, sound slow, stupid, and retarded. But with the ones that actually hear you at the end of the day, hey, neighbor. That betrayed thought me. Real recognize real. That betrayed thought from me. That is just different. You know, you pass the blunt to the right. The person on your left wanted to dim your light. Or because you was thankful to see another day, it bothered they mental when it comes to their demons within them. Because you know, folks around us, some folks ain't got a heart, let alone a soul. Only rest the hold on 1 second. They want the energy harvest off your energy. But when you call your energy back, they quit to call you a BITCH. They quit to get the next door neighbor in different tax brackets trying to line you up, project, sport, play with magic at the end of the day, doing all this broom magic. They doing all this spell work. They want you to live in fear. They say I'm doing come to me spells at the end of the day, but God revealed the devil on the enemy on two different levels. I'm woke. Hold on 1 second. That bothers your mental health. You know, someone's insecure at the end of the day, they would make you feel like you're villain in your own damn story. No, I have to check. I mean, what's wrong with people? I don't know. Then that's the part when they say that you slow, stupid, and retarded because you picked up a spliff at the end of the day when nobody didn't dibble and dab with your narcotics because you got it from God. Hold on 1 second. They would never understand. You know, the devil on the enemy, God said, I saw their intuition, so I made you go left for the right reason because they was dibbling and dabbling to shortchange your mental. But I got someone who actually knows how to grow something that's not going to dim your light, but show you at the end of the day that they're worthy of their voice. Hold on. They're worthy. Not only they're worthy, they're trusting, you know, because when you find the right people that you can trust when it comes to your herbs, that conversation hits different. Who would have knew at the end of the day, you'll be coming contact with somebody that was on God's timing, you know, because that ain't just different. Someone that's a prayer warrior, you know, because everybody's not the same when it comes to hold on 1 second, having respect for their neighbor. No, I have to trade though, me. What am I saying? You know, because you can't trust everybody. You be so surprised who's trying to plot against you. Or because you're not trying to just get high, but you're trying at the end of the day, you know, just kick your feet up and realize that you are worthy. Because when everybody, you know, takes a little hit of that Mary Jane at the end of the day, their mindset is not the same. You got certain folks at the end of the day that's getting for their reality when it comes to their next shift or the next day, let alone, hold on 1 second, the spiritual round, because motherfuckers trying to fuck them up to see them down. But when God says, Sonny, hold on 1 second, I got your back. You know, the right people in the spiritual round's gonna hold you down. Now, you haven't checked on me. You don't understand that. I know for real, because people make an assumption about you. How this type of stuff actually happens. Because you got folks who sell the herbs, but they want to shortchange your mental up because, hold on 1 second, they want you to be so unhumbled. They want you to be a mindset of lack so they can rob you mentally, spiritually, financially to hurt you. They even project a hate crime towards you, trying to dim your light because they want to dibble and dab with your narcotics. But you got folks at the end of the day that's truly real, that truly show at the end of the day respect. And it wasn't just for a dollar at the end of the day because they really respect you. It's a difference for folks respecting you and disrespecting you. I'd rather go with the folks that actually respect me and acknowledge at the end of the day with no misintentions because they want the same quality at the end of the day, someone respecting them, let alone they folks. We are all not the same. I said what I said. My content is not for everyone. I may not make sense to the average person, but that's okay. Always be yourself when someone says you don't have potential. I would never hurt myself regardless to who's gang stalking me or threatening my life. And I say that respectfully. I'm still healing from a hate crime. I would never hurt myself, and I say that respectfully. Jealousy and envy and insecurity will make someone project on you because they don't want you to operate of motivating yourself, becoming your best self, visiting yourself. So they will plot against you with individuals that you don't even have to know, let alone you don't have to know them. For them to try to dim you, like to ruin your reputation. How someone will see potential within you, they will watch you for months and years at a time at the end of the day. Just to try to humiliate you, try to steal God's swag, but hold on one second, it started within. They would never understand that, hold on one second. This is something that can't be written down. No other trait goes for me, let alone copied, stupid. Hello. No mother or father or guardian should lose a child due to someone's lack of self-control, someone's jealousy, envy, or hatred, or someone projecting a hate crime towards somebody because someone wants to control the narrative of someone's life. Doesn't want someone to prosper in life. No mother or father is deserving of that phone call. A mother and father, regardless if they together or not, a prayer warrior. A mother and father that's a provider. A mother and father that had good, bad days, misunderstanding days, but they knew how to meet their child halfway. They wasn't trying to be their child's best friend. That safe place that a child has with their parents in the right arms, not a stranger. The devil, let alone the enemy, that energy is different. When a mother and father participates and shows their child that they are worthy, they can become anybody they want to be. With no malicious intentions, that energy is different. Don't allow someone to make you feel stagnant because they want you to make that smile come to a frown. They don't want you to fix your crown when you look in the mirror that you are beautiful and handsome. It's a train of thought for me. How someone decided to change their life and they wasn't doing it for likes, views, clouds, and fame. And they didn't have to manipulate God when someone said God is not real or someone said shut that bullshit up because you're talking about God. Someone decided to go a different path. It wasn't for likes, views, clouds, and fame because God was never for sale. That individual that wasn't running from their reflection when it comes to their past. How that would bother someone's mental health. They talk about they had peace with themselves, but they was willing to kick your child down. They was willing to rob your child mentally, spiritually, financially, even plot on your baby. How this type of stuff actually happens at the end of the day when your baby just, hold on one second, understanding balance. My content is not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. You are beautiful. You are handsome. Never allow someone to discourage you. Regardless to if you're a content creator or not, regardless if you're an entrepreneur or not, never allow someone to dim your light of a dream or something that God endowed within you or whoever you pray to at the day when you don't got malicious intentions and you're far from a hater. Never allow someone to dim your light or make you feel like you gotta live in fear because someone decided to say, you know what, I'm going to skip a couple of chapters and be lazy. I'm going to make sure at the end of the day, I'm gonna just be where I'm at, settled. Because when you prosper in life, people don't like that. And especially when you're the biggest cheerleader and you're doing it by yourself. That ain't just different. It doesn't matter what you're doing. A motivational speaker. An artist, an actor, a doctor, a lawyer, a basketball player. It was a gift that was endowed within you. When it comes to being authentic, it starts within. It's not on you, it's in you. Can't nobody take your gift that God endowed within you. Not the devil or the enemy or no goddamn monitoring spirits. Never give up on yourself because of someone's insecurity projection. No mother or father should have their child stripped away from them. due to someone's lack of self-control, because someone wants to energy harvest of someone's energy, someone wants to project smoke or send someone an evil eye, or someone wants to make a mother and father's life so miserable to make them feel at the end of the day they gotta question themselves, are they even worthy? How this type of stuff actually happens. A mother that's a provider, a mother that's a prayer warrior, regardless to he or she coming from poverty and pain. Someone that knew how to protect their baby. Someone wanted to make a mother and father's life miserable. Didn't matter if that mother or father came from a single family household or not, or they child endured that same energy at the end of the day. No. Even if they didn't have the proper tools when it came to that guardian to show them love or respect, or to show them that they were worthy, they knew how to show it for their baby. And you are deserving of having your child in your life. And especially when you ain't got malicious intentions. The energy is different. You know, my content is not for everyone. I am far from a hater. Always be yourself when someone says you don't have potential. You know, when it comes to gang stalking, my content is not for everyone. You know, when it comes to gang stalking, individuals will monitor your calls. They will hack your devices, your accounts, your emails. They will monitor your mail, your packages. They will even act like you received your packages when you never did. They will act like you received your mail when you never did. They will monitor you from the time that you leave out your household when you go from point A to Z. They will have people project fear in you. They will have people project insecurity towards you because they want you to be in a mindset of being a crash out. They want you to be in a mindset that nobody's going to ever believe you when you speak up for yourself, because they want you to paint you out to be mentally unstable. How this type of stuff actually happens when it comes to gang stalking. They would even act like they know you when they never had a conversation with you. They will plot scenes at the end of the day to blackmail you against you when you're not a sex worker or an addict at the end of the day. They would try to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially, even project a hate crime towards you. How this type of stuff actually happens. You don't have to know somebody for someone to participate in gang stalking towards you. My content is not for everybody. And you know, when the individual that is being gang stalked, they're not doing it for likes and views or clout chasing or fame at the end of the day. You know, my content is not for everyone, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself when someone says, you acting your corny, you want nobody. Ain't nobody gonna show you love or support you at the end of the day when it comes to respecting you. Yeah, hold on 1 second. Whatever creativity idea you have, it's really whack and trash. How is it possibly whack and trash when you sitting there taking notes trying to be like somebody you not at the end of the day? Only because you really a copycat. What happened to being authentic? You trying to dim somebody like when it comes to the behind the scenes, try to rob them mentally, spiritually, financially. How someone intuition knows how to pray to go within, all because you understand confidence. No, I have to trade off of me. How this type of stuff actually happens. You know, my content is not for everyone, and I say it respectfully. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone. I always have since day one. Gang stalking is real, so it's your household, and you're not doing it for likes and views and causes and fame. You know, when it comes to gang stalking, they would dig up your past to try to humiliate you, do humiliation rituals, or try to project fear in you so you don't prosper in life. But when you don't run from your reflection, that maturity is different. You know, we all don't pray the same, and I don't push God on nobody. That's why I say my content is not for everyone. You know, when God sends the right people into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you, and they ain't got malicious intentions towards you. No. They far from looking at you like competition. No, for real, for real. You know, it's the truth over me. You know, they actually act, they body weight, not they shoe size, and, they actually know how to put respect on your name, even when the devil tells so many lies. You know, those individuals that don't listen to he say, she say, because they actually act in their body weight when it comes to mature at the end of the day, grown. You know, it doesn't matter if you come from poverty and pain. And it doesn't matter if you're trying to get your life together today. And especially when you're not doing it for likes, views, clout chasing, or fame. Never allow someone to make you feel like you got to be stagnant or stuck. Because they looking at you and you do have potential. Because when the right people walk into your life, they don't make you the issue. It's the trait of I said what I said. Hey. Peace and respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. I said what I said. Stop the violence. You are my sunshine. You are worthy. you. The devil tried to stop you, but God got you. Love yourself. Don't dim your light. God stop the violence. Today's currently, Naya, help me. Today's current. No. Today's currently December 10th, 2005, and it's 10:40 p.m. Yay! Being authentic is not a crime. We fall from copycats. Hater, gotta go. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. Never give up on yourself because someone overlooked you. To the genuine ones, I say this respectfully. Loving yourself is not a crime. It's not. Have a safe day, even week, weekend. You matter and you are worthy. Don't give up on yourself because someone tries to discourage you. I love to talk about love. No, it's a trick on me. I do. You know, that connection actually was connected at the end of the day. You know, it was more so like someone on your timeline. Only was divine time actually hits different. Someone actually wanted to spoil you when it came to hold on a second. You was more than fine. Book smart, street smart, taking accountability for your action. That energy has different. Someone wasn't throwing your past and your future. That energy has different. You know, regardless to what you've been through, that energy has different because y'all was on the same page when it come to maturing, acting your body where your boundaries has different. When someone didn't have to fumble you, let them respect you. That energy is different. Someone didn't have to have a hand problem to love you properly the first time around. Who would have knew that someone knew how to fix your crown because they was truly praying for you? Who would have knew that God gave someone access to your heart? Only Russ Peace Sports. Peace is different when it comes to someone acknowledging your worth. You know, someone actually brought peace into your life. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And just because moments, that energy is different. You know, when someone sees you, hears you, respects you. They wasn't trying to have their cake and eat it too to love you. You know, someone wasn't trying to project insecurities on you. Who would have knew that true love wasn't competition? Only was the hold on 1 second. Your future actually is different. You know, two people emotionally available, pouring into each other's cup. The energy is different when it comes to growth. You know, someone didn't have to manipulate God. When someone actually knew how to respect you, be loyal to you, be kind to you, good day, bad day, misunderstanding day, even days when you was sick, didn't have to pretend. Who would have knew that your future was so fruitful? God allowed you to see where your prayers did come true because you was the miracle. You know, the miracle in two people's lives at the end of the day. A blessing, not a curse. Who would have knew at the end of the day? God truly showed you that love was real. One of a kind, so much we keeping it real. It's the train. It don't be always to yourself. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and true love is not complicated. You know, when the right person walks into your life, not only do they see you, they hear you, they respect you, but they don't have to manipulate God, let alone switch up on you. It just got better with time if they do you wrong when it came to your past. It don't live in your reality today. Someone truly showed you why you was truly the blessing, not a curse at the end of the day. Regardless, I came from poverty and pain. It wasn't for likes, if you was a clout chasing or fame. Someone didn't have to dibble and dabble with spoke little energy, harvest off your energy to get your time and day. It wasn't lust when it came to toxic love, because real love truly allowed you to feel like you took accountability for your actions today. Hold on 1 second, be on the same page to love your life when they didn't have to pretend to love you to treat you right. Now, it's a trait, don't be no for real, for real. You know, we all don't pray the same, and that's okay. But I'm far from a hater, regardless of your tax bracket. No, it's a train of thought for me. Oh my God. You know, an individual could have more than you, less than you, and you know, they would be beefing with themselves when it comes to you because they would never tell you. No, it's a train of thought for me. All because you believe in FAITH. Bettering yourself when it comes to your worth. They will never understand God's plan when it comes to motivation, being thankful every single day. Hold on 1 second. God had a better plan. You know, you had to heal certain open wounds that was truly affecting you. You was far from perfect, but you put the proper footwork in to better yourself when it comes to, hold on 1 second, maturing. You know, healing childhood trauma, going into your adulthood. They would never understand how God wasn't overlooking you when God truly showed you that you was worthy, taking accountability for your action, wasn't running from your past. That energy is different. Loving yourself, the better yourself, never dim your light. Now that's a trade thought for me. But chicks and dudes will look at you like competition. They'll be so thirsty to discourage you. They got a devil endowed with spark because you believe something can relate to confidence, going with them, being authentic. When you fall from a copycat, hold on 1 second, that would truly bother their mental at the end of the day because you know how to just be transparent. No, that's a trade for me. All you gotta do is show up and be yourself, authentic. They'll be fighting the air when it comes to hold on a second lack of self-love when you didn't have to pretend and you truly real at the end of the day. You know, boundaries will bother someone's mental health. They would try to seek revenge, but realize to hold on a second, they only bother their own communication. Hold on a second, forgot to go within. Never check on me. How you be with yourself because someone chooses themselves. Allow. You know, my content is not for everyone. And that's okay. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and I would never hurt myself regardless to who's threatening my life or who's gang stalking me. I'm still healing from a hate crime, and I would never hurt myself. You know, gang stalking is real. Individuals will threaten your life, monitor your every move. They will hack your devices, your accounts, your emails, monitor your mail, your packages, act like you received certain things. They would act like they even had a whole conversation with you when they never did at the end of the day. I would never hurt myself, and I say that respectfully. Gang stalking is real to your household, and you're not doing it for likes, for the clout and the fame. I would never hurt myself regardless of what man, woman, couple, elderly, or child is threatening my life. And I say that respectfully. I will never hurt myself. I am my biggest cheerleader, and I say that respectfully. You know, individuals will see that you have potential, and they don't want you to outdo them when you was never part of competition. When you know how to give respect and flowers when it's due at the end of the day. They'll be behind the scenes trying to ruin your reputation, to project fear in you, project spell work, project a hate group towards you, even try to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially at the end of the day. But that doesn't mean give up on yourself, and I say it respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and I am not a sex worker or an addict, and I say it respectfully, regardless of trying to blackmail me against me. You know, individuals, when it comes to gang stalking, they will invade your space and have you under surveillance. They will invade your space and paint you to be mentally unstable. They will even use your documentation against you. They will try to get you locked up, even put you in a site board. How this type of stuff actually happens. And if you're a content creator or not, at the end of the day, they will have individuals that work in different departments to make you feel at the end of the day that you're not worthy. They will make you feel at the end of the day a projection because they want you to be humiliated at the end of the day. When you speak up for yourself, that things is going on in the background. But never allow that to stop your growth. Because when the right people walk into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you, and they don't look at you as their competition. No, ever trade off of me. Never give up on yourself, regardless if you're a content creator or not. Regardless to what establishment, when it comes to your business, you matter and you are worthy. My content is not for everyone. We are all not copycatters, let alone haters, and we know how to give respect when it's the train of thought for me. I gotta go. Misunderstood in love by you, far from a hater. Stop the violence in the community. Misunderstood in love by you, far from a hater. Stop the violence in the community. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. What's up, butterfly? Not only was you fly, but hold on a second. Your religion, certain folks couldn't understand when it come to your comprehension. It was better days ahead when you least expected, didn't have to pretend. Living in fear, nah, that wasn't part of your vision when it came to God's intuition. Energy is different. You know, a promise you made to yourself. Becoming your best self, visiting yourself regardless who was trying to dim your light in the background. They was trying to discourage you at the end, but who would have knew that God was maintaining your smile to fix your crown. That energy is different. They would never understand that you didn't have to sell your soul, let alone worship the devil. They would never understand, yeah, you don't pray the same as the average person, but God was showing you it's okay to be authentic, loving yourself. That unconditional love would bring someone a challenge. They would bring them someone a mindset of a challenge to try to antagonize you, but God showed you your conscience, being emotionally intelligent at the end of the day. When they try to antagonize you, God showed you balance. Hold on a second. Your boundaries has different, most healthiest way, maturing, regardless if you came from poverty and pain. They wanted you to react at the end of the day. They wanted to jump you, fight you, all types of stuff, but God was protecting your crown when it come to better days ahead. You know, even when folks didn't know how to respect you, love you, who would have knew? Pour into yourself, not to overlook you. God sent all the right people into your life to truly respect you. It was far from haters at the end of the day. They was far from haters at the end of the day. Folks actually wanted you to become your best self, visiting yourself. Who would have known that it constantly be so real when the right people walk into your life to truly keep it real? You know, my content is not for everybody. And it's not a crime to be authentic, and I say it respectfully. You know, when it comes to gang stalking, never allow someone to project fear in you or make you feel like you got to give up on yourself. Individuals will try to make you homeless, rob you mentally, spiritually, financially. It will hack your device, your accounts, your emails, even monitor your screen, even will do things to delete things in the background at the end of the day and make you feel like you're bugging, that you're hallucinating at the end of the day, just so they can get you locked up, put you in the psych board. They would even project spell work on folks that's trying to come towards you. They would even project people at the end of the day not to come towards you when they see at the end of the day that you're different. And there's something different about you. But when the right people walk into your life, they not listen to he say, she say. And I say that respectfully. We are all not the same. Far from haters. No, I haven't checked on me. I gotta go. Always be yourself. No molest the attentions. Peace and respect, self-respect, your name, but stop the man. You matter what I damn you like, God, I'll go in there, but I damn you like, stop the violence. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and I would never hurt myself. I walk these streets alone, I say this respectfully. I would never hurt myself regardless of who's plotting against me. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. Never allow someone to distract you or stop you from pouring into yourself or loving yourself. To the genuine ones, you mad and you're worthy, never give up on yourself. Healing trauma and pain is not a race or overnight process, but you mad and you're worthy of the right people walking into your life, regardless of not I love you, respect you, protect you, or meet you halfway, or even say that you have potential. When the right people walk into your life, respect is different. They not sending you spell work. They not trying to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially. They not sending magic towards your way. They not trying to ruin your life. They not trying to make sure you don't elevate and prosper in life. They not trying to project magic when it comes to your finances. They not trying to bring stagnant spell work towards you at the end of the day when it comes to your love life or whatever you got going on, whatever subject at the end of the day. One thing about Naya is, respect, I don't run from my past, and I damn sure don't run from he say, she say. I can repeat whatever I said that day, regardless if you lying on me at the end of the day or not. I would never hurt myself. Gang stalking is real to your household, and your voice does matter. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. Regardless of trying to blackmail me against me, I work alone when it comes to my creativity, and I always have since day one. I go live every night on YouTube at 10:15 p.m. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. Always be yourself. I go live every night at 10:15 on YouTube. Now, the trick of me, be yourself. I work alone. Hello, no third-party conversation over here. No, respectfully, because individuals will act like they know you. You're really delusional. No, that's the trick of me. They must say they had a whole conversation with you and they didn't. Like, who does that? No, that's the trick of me. But you said, I need a straight body jacket, you dumbass. It's the trick off of me. How folks be trying to take credit for your credibility at the end of the day, God's flow. They would never understand that God was to show you that you could be woke. That devil on the enemy say get your life together, but they don't want you to do better than them. So they got the energy harvest off your energy, but God was to show you why God restored you for all the right reasons being woke. How you gonna bother certain folks mental when it comes to their lack of self-control? What happened to your discipline? Stay in your lane. It's so truly not for you at the end of the day. Why you gotta be a hater on you even on your rainy day? No, you have a trick on me. Us innocent people, we don't do weird shit like that. No. When someone not for us, we keep it pushing. It's not a crime to be a truth teller. And I say that respectfully. And especially when someone threatens your life that nobody's going to believe you or hear you at the end of the day. I never signed up for someone's one-sided ass contract. And I say that respectfully. Or let alone someone making money all for me. Regardless of trying to ruin my reputation at the end of the day or disrespect me. I don't live in fear and I would never hurt myself. Regardless of what zip code, county, country, or continent it is at the end of the day. I would never hurt myself. I put everything in my Heavenly Mother and Father God's hands. I'm far from a hater. I do not energy harvest off my neighbor's energy, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. I don't project spell work or dibble and dabble with magic or the toxic way, all that weird stuff at the end of the day. And I say that respectfully. I am far from a hater. You ain't for me? I keep it pushing. Don't have to trick on me. And I know the real ones too, the genuine ones. If someone's not for us, I could say, dumbass, what's wrong with you? I never understood it either. How you gotta gather with folks in different tax brackets just to take down one person, because you want someone to frown, because you don't know how to maintain your own smile when it comes to your own unconditional love, your boundaries, what happened, holding your own weight, taking accountability for your actions. I ain't talking about narcotics. You hate the fact that someone loves themselves to pursue themselves at the end of the day. Faith that bothers your conscience, that you said God ain't real, but God was showing at the end of the day that someone's testimony was different than yours. And I say that respectfully. Never allow someone's insecurity, jealousy, envy dim your light. Genuine ones, and I say that respectfully, with no malicious intentions. Always be yourself. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. Just because someone is not rooting for you, there's always somebody rooting for you at the end of the day. Never forget that. My Heavenly Mother, my Heavenly Father, God gives me my creativity. I don't want you to double good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. My soul was never for sale. Regardless of my sexual orientation, my disability, age, religion, or culture, and I say that respectfully, I know how to respect my neighbor. When God sends right into your life, they see you, they hear you, respect you. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and I would never hurt myself regardless to who's plotting against me. I'm still healing from a hate crime that was done to me. I would never hurt myself, And I say that respectfully. Individuals see that you take care of yourself, regardless of what environment that you in, or regardless of your temporary situation in the day. Never allow someone's projection or their insecurity or their envy or hate discourage you. How individuals will want their leg back because, hold on one second, you was being a truth teller at the end of the day. Or because they said that your voice doesn't matter and nobody's going to ever believe you. But when you spoke up for yourself, God was not misleading you. You matter, you're worthy. They say God not real when individuals trying to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially, or have your back against the wall. But when you don't live in fear, energy is different. Never give up on yourself, and I say it respectfully. To the genuine ones, I gotta go. Have a good night. Gotta go. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone. I always have since day one, regardless of what man or woman or child or elderly or couple is trying to blackmail me against me. I work alone, and I'm not part of nobody's contract, and I say that respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and I never had been. Today is currently December 10th, 2025. Always be yourself, no one's intentions. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. I gotta go.